JNF began as a grassroots organization, an environmental organization, but it's matured and gone on to community development and developing communities in the Negev.
Because we predate the state, JNF has touched the life of all Israelis. Being involved in humanitarian efforts is not a new thing for JNF. JNF has been around for 110 years, and in those 110 years, we've taken on the most ultimate humanitarian effort. We've built a country.
JNF has broadened its mandate out to the point where it is really a nation-building, kind of organization.
But it's an all-around project, and the people in Israel recognize that JNF is helping them to have a better life.
They ran for the annual campaign, 100% Israel, really drove home to me what it was all about. It's Israel. JNF is Israel.
To take land that is land you'd look at and say, how could you ever make anything of this other than what it is, desert, and turn it into what it has become, which is all kinds of things, but not the least of which is very green, very lush, very productive land.
From directly going in, building them gardens and centers and helping further communities, building schools, having a direct relationship with the Israelis.
This year, we're very fortunate that John Tory and his wife Barbara Hackett have chosen a project in memory of John's father. And this project is actually going to be to build a therapy garden in Alut at the Iris Center in Beersheba.
Alut is a wonderful organization in Israel that I think stands as a model to people, mainly kids, who have autism. This therapy garden, named after my late father, will provide the outdoor part of what is an overall experience that is designed to not only make the lives better of these people with autism and their families, but also provide therapeutic benefit to them as they try to deal with and meet the challenges of the condition. So to me, that's a huge win.
If you don't have the support behind you, it's very difficult and it can make your life very challenging. So if JNF can get involved and help that and make people's lives easier, that's again what JNF's all about.
As the organization evolves, this is one of those needs that it needs to fulfill. Helping autistic children not only helps autistic children, but it helps all Israelis.
The reason we have people here from all different aspects of the Toronto community is because they want to come out and support 100% of Israel. We're able to support all areas of Israel, which in turn comes from all areas of the Toronto community.
We are very strongly oriented towards the betterment of mankind, not just Israel, but also in Canada, recognizing the wonderful country we live in.
The untapped potential for my generation and what can be done going forward, the sky's the limit. Like, we can do anything we want. It's pretty amazing.
JNF has chose to honor John Tory, and I know that he's been a great friend and advocate to Israel and the people of Israel for many years, and I can't be more thankful for all his help and support.
We don't just ask anyone to be an honoree, and we were all so excited when he said yes, because he's articulate, he's intelligent, he's got a big heart, and we are so happy to have him involved with the JNF and lend his name to us.
The Jewish community is a warm and loving community, and I've had tons of exposure to it over a period of many, many years in many different ways. But it's also a community that is a contributing community. It's a community that is a determined community in terms of the advancement of human rights in a broad sense. What this tells is a very good tale about the Jewish community, but the overall community of Toronto, that says when we see a need, we meet it because we believe in looking after each other, taking care of those who are vulnerable.
At a Negev dinner, we once again get to work with the entire philanthropic community of Toronto. We get to work with members from all different backgrounds, all different communities, and come together as equal players and equal partners in helping to make tonight's dinner a success.
I think the way I first came across JNF was in coming to a Negev dinner many years ago. My father was a man who, like many that are at the Negev dinner, who believed that you take your good fortune and allocate, as significant a portion as you can to helping other people. And the difference that can be made by something as small as, but as big as a residential home if you have autism, I mean, to me, that's what you're here to do, which is to sort of take your good fortune and put some of it to use helping people who perhaps are not as fortunate.
While there's many good causes out there, JNF is a very unique place. It's the only place, the only charity that can say that their product is an entire country, 100% of the country.
JNF is community development.
JNF is tourism.
JNF is security.
JNF is research and development.
JNF is forestry.
JNF is water management.
JNF is 100% Israel.